channel. Hey, you know what time it is, No Press fam? Welcome everyone to another episode of The Beatdown, the segment and channel where two worlds collide. I am your host, Class, and if you guys enjoy our content, you know what you can do. You can share, you can like, and you can subscribe to the channel. Alright, so on today's episode, we decided we're going to do a little thing interesting. Since not too long ago, there was a trailer that came out. I know it was a long time ago, but since it's coming out soon, I figured why not bring the character up. Coming up to the live action screen, Kraven himself, the Hunter. Figure why not do an episode on this character. So, I will be representing Marvel Comics Kraven the Hunter.
Tears and delights, the silver of the Prussian noons, the crimson of the Prussian nights.
Or Sergei Kravenov. Alright, so let's get into the brief origin story of Kraven the Hunter, aka Sergei Kravenov. Alright, Sergei Kravenov, aka Kraven the Hunter, was half-brother of the supervillain Chameleon, and when they were young, they lost everything. While Chameleon decided to focus his talent on using his skills for evil, Kraven sought another path. He would train his body to peak physical strength and began hunting animals for sport. He didn't like using weapons when taking on his kill, so he would either end them with his bare hands or with a spear of some sort. Eventually, Kraven became bored of his prey and decided he wanted a new challenge, so his brother Chameleon convinces him to hunt Spider-Man. He does, but eventually gets foiled by the web crawler himself, thus creating a long rivalry between the two. And that is the brief origin story of Kraven the Hunter. Now let's talk about the powers, abilities, and feats, shall we? Super strength, super agility, heightened senses, incredibly fast, expert in hand-to-hand combat, healing factor, master inventor. His time taming animals taught him how to control them. He learns how to defeat opponents by studying his prey before going for the kill to see if he can spot any weaknesses. Kraven was an expert in concocting potions, and one day received a special herb from a witch doctor, I believe her name was Eclipso, which would grant him incredible supernatural abilities. Kraven could lift approximately 2 tons and run in short speeds approximately of 60 miles per hour. He can do a standing broad jump up to 20 feet long, as well as jump or land from great heights, according to comicvine.gamespot.com. Also getting upgrade was his sight, hearing, and smell. He eventually took the potion on a frequent basis, eventually granting him immortality and healing capabilities. And rumors have it that the only way to end him is by Spider-Man's hand himself. He moves like a blur, hit a nerve in your body to paralyze it, fought Agent Venom, that's impressive, fought Tigra, and also fought Deadpool with the symbiote suit. Think about it, Deadpool was already incredibly crazy. To have the symbiote suit along with it, that's nuts. Alright, so let's get into the end game. How would Kraven the Hunter win this one? Well, he has probably the superior more weapons. The adamantium, he has adamantium in his weaponry. He also has vibranium. He isn't a master inventor, so if he wants to, he could invent a weapon that could do some damage to Black Canary. Black Canary is still somewhat human, so getting hit with an adamantium weaponry, whether it's armor or spear or anything of that sort, would put her at a disadvantage there. Let's not forget that he also has some like pressure techniques or like paralyzed techniques where he can hit you somewhere in the nerve on some part of your body and then make you get numb on your leg or something like that. So he could use that to his advantage during a fight against Black Canary, maybe disarm her with one arm or one leg or something and then use that to his advantage. And you don't want Kraven to have one advantage over you in any kind of way because he's pretty damn strong. Now the other argument I'll make is obviously his super strength capabilities. Now Black Canary is strong, but not Kraven strong. Kraven is pretty damn strong. 2 tons, he can lift 2 tons. That means he's going to overwhelm her, overpower her at some point during a fight. Hand to hand, they both are pretty evenly matched somewhat. I'm sure she's a little bit better, much more martial arts skills, but Kraven's still an expert fighter, and with his strength, he could overpower her at some point during a battle. Another thing I'll add on to that is that the real argument is that the only person who could really put Kraven down for sure is Spider-Man. So even if Black Canary throws down with him, how long of a fight would that last? And she wouldn't be able to really put him down. Maybe she could possibly get a KO, maybe. But if not, if she can't put him out for the count, then he's just going to keep on going and going and going after her. The two other arguments I'll make is that Kraven is more adaptable to environment. So if they were in a situation in New York or anywhere else, he'll be able to find a way around using the landscape or anything around him to his advantage compared to Black Canary. And another thing is, Kraven's pretty damn tough. So let's say hypothetically Black Canary decides to use the Canary Cry and bleeds out his eardrums. I'm pretty damn sure he'd be willing to sacrifice his eardrums. He does have, I believe, healing factor. So sacrifice his eardrum, eventually get to her and then snap her neck, which he has shown in the comics to do. He was able to snap a person's neck without any effort. I do believe he could probably do the same thing with Black Canary, underestimating the Canary Cry to be able to put him down and then giving Kraven the victory.
Revered as hunters, but you have proven to be easy prey.
All right, now I'll be representing DC Comics Black Canary. Dana Lance. Laura Lance. Sorry, it's like a whole name. And it's, by the way, origin story wise, it's about to get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Because I've had to read through this origin story and research it over and over again. Let me tell you, it's still, what the heck. Okay. So let's talk about the brief origin story. Let's talk about a newer version of it. Dana, I cannot say. I'm just going to say Black Canary was an orphan taken under the wing of a master martial artist and trained in the skill of it. When she reaches a certain age, she is in the wrong place, wrong time situation as ninjas began attacking her while government agents were hunting the ninjas down. She held her own against them, and as a result of that, the government officials were impressed and decided to recruit her. During her time there, she met her future husband Lance, and eventually would discover her powers during a mission, which granted her the ability to use her voice to disperse loud sonic frequencies, which she would eventually call the Canary Cry. Now, here are obviously the other interpretations. I'm just going to give you like a little bit of a snippet of it. I'm not going to give you the whole deets. Thunderbolt, a deity, gave her powers. That's one origin story. Another, she got her powers because of radiation from her super pals. Another was that she was a florist by day and a crime fighter by night. That was the original story. And then there's one where her father trains her, but the police won't hire her because she's a woman, and then she starts fighting crime on her own. And those are all the brief origin stories of Black Canary. Super strength, amazing reflexes, master martial arts in hand-to-hand combat, voice powerful enough to create sonic waves. All right, in Justice League's Volume 1, number 6 by Geoff Johns, David S. Goyer, and Marcos Martin, Black Canary and the JSA squad squared off against Black Adam. This issue is iconic as Dana or Black Canary was able to best the demigod in epic fashion. At one point, Lance threw Adam into a fire hydrant before completely subduing him. Black Canary often uses her hidden strength to defeat overconfident opponents, and this is according to www.cbr.com. She has been trained by Lady Shiva fast enough to catch an arrow in the air. Death Battle channel on YouTube stated she was capable of breaking a robotic arm using 27 tons of force to do it. Able to break through mind control, blew off Amazel's head using her Canary Cry, fought Cassandra Crane Batgirl, fought Giganta, and fought an Amazonian warrior. About the end game. Now, yes, Kraven probably is stronger, but again, Black Canary has made the argument in one of the instances in the comics where she fought a god like Black Adam, who's very damn strong. This guy fought, I think, the Justice League of Society, Justice League of America, and the Teen Titans or something like that all at once. So if she was able to square off with Black Adam, yeah, I'm going to say that she could probably hold her own against Kraven the Hunter in that situation. I would say that Kraven is much more, maybe he might be stronger, but Canary is a lot more skilled. Her martial arts is unevenly matched. She can fight toe-to-toe with Cassandra Cain and Lady Shiva. And if you don't know Lady Shiva, Lady Shiva is known to be unbeatable against Batman. Like, Batman has never beaten her. And Batman knows every martial arts skill known in existence, okay? So not being able to beat someone is saying something, okay? Or saying that Batman can't beat you is saying something. That's already a legendary thing in itself. So Yeah, I would say that Black Canary is an impressive fighter, which means that she would be able to probably maneuver around Kraven's skills. Okay, so another thing to argue is that Black Canary has the surprise element attack to her favor. If she could use a surprise fight against Kraven, she has a better odds. Kraven needs sometimes preparation in order to figure out an attack against his prey, while if Black Canary just comes at him, it's going to be a whole different story. And the Canary Cry itself is dangerous. I mean, I'm sure it's going to weaken Kraven's abilities and or put him probably at a dizzy state of mind, which means it'd be much more advantage for Canary to kind of throw down with him while he's trying to recover from the Canary Cry itself. The thing is that Black Canary would most likely be able to disarm Kraven with off his weapon, so he couldn't use it, or maybe use the adamantium weapons or vibranium weapons to her advantage and fight against him on that situation. There is that strong possibility in that way. A few other points I'll make is that there's probably going to be two massive potential ways where Black Canary could end this, or at least put him at a KO. The first one I'm going to say is a really hard kick to the head. She has her kicks, her swinging kicks are incredible, and I do believe a good enough kick into force, she could probably dislocate his head or at least knock him out for the count with that move. Use the Canary Cry and then use a super swinging kick to put him down for the count in that way. And then the other thing I'll make as my last point for how she would be able to defeat him is the Canary Cry being able to probably go for a direct hit to the head. Now, if you're familiar with Black Canary in the comics is capable of using her focus on her sonic Canary Cry wave to something. It could directly towards handcuffs, to small objects, or directly towards an actual thing and harm no one in the process, just directly aiming towards somebody. Now, with the Canary Cry being directly pointed at Kraven's head, I do believe the Canary Cry could explode Raven's head or put Kraven down for the count in that way, because the Canary Cry is that much of a force of a metahuman ability that with that type of power, along with her martial arts skills, I do believe Kraven's going to get exhausted, put down for the count, KO, and Black Canary wins this one. And as always, No Purse fam, it's not up to me, it's up to you guys. So if you guys like my argument, you know what you can do? You can hashtag Black Canary. And if you guys like my other argument, you know what you can do? You can hashtag Kraven. And as always, No Purse fam, we really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.